Boo! Here I am again, on my own. Going down the world I've ever known? I don't know. However that song goes. Anywhoosies, let's continue with Bioshock. Wow. Wait. I think. Okay. So here is my thing. Where is desktop audio? There we go. Jesus Christ, I got scared. My Roomba just started cleaning on its own. Ugh! Alright. So, if I remember correctly, what we're doing here right now is we're trying to find Lady Comstock. Yeah, we're trying to find Lady Comstock because she's some sort of, I don't know, banshee, wraith, whatever. Soul. Hi, Cookie!
And some salt!
It's the one you love! How are you doing? Have you started Neo yet? In combat can't lockpick. Well, fine. You can die. Oh my god, there's so much money here. Can you stop trying to kill me while I'm looting? Thank you. Is there more money here? Yes. Starting Neo after I finish Demon Souls, last bit of that tomorrow. Nice! Also going for the platinum? I mean, whatever. Of course you're going for platinum, you platinum beast, you. You platinum cookie monster.
There you go.
Okay, now she can actually unlock
Can you get this open?
Of course, missing few spells and old King Doran.
There you go.
I'm not sure how hard it is to platinum Demon Soul compared to the one on PlayStation 3, but I think that Potato didn't have
What's that?
50% of everything
problems.
right to
I'm not sure. Did he
I
platinum
gotta
it?
get me a job in the
I'm
profit
confused.
business.
I don't know. I don't remember. And I'm gonna rob this place. More money. Pick up machine gun. Nah. Pick up heater. Oh, heater gun. Like, why? I don't need heater. I'm completely fine.
Footsteps seem to go down.
So she's going that way. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna go that way. Obviously. Elizabeth, you're in my way. Me. I think I'm reaching the end of the main story. Today we should be able to complete it. I think. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the way where we should go. Whoopsie. Word of the prophet. Ooh, that person. Hello. One struck, shock, vulnerable, equip. Okay, how was your day, Cookie? Have you done anything fun? Bunch of money. I mean, I am in a bank, so no wonder I'm having all these piles of money standing everywhere. Standing, sitting, being everywhere. Order. Oh well.
Alright, let's see. Type 3 letters to spell the voice.
3 letters.
VOX. Try the typewriter.
Okay. Ooh, of course. Secret area. What do I need? More salt. Okay.
More money. Catch.
Thank you, Wall. Thank you for tossing me that.
I know the prophet is a liar, but he cannot be. I know the prophet is a murderer, but he cannot be. For if the future lies only in the imagination of God, why would he reveal it to such a monster?
God damn it. Of course, he's a false prophet, and she find out eventually, so I assume that she ended up killing him. Anything here? Wow. Okay. Whee! Bank of the Prophet. Alright, let's now go towards the quest goal. Fuck it. I saw the Raven guy.
Kill them all! Smoke him out! Make it quick!
There's a sniper. Oh, how interesting. Why? Just get possessed, please. Thank you.
We have to accept.
Did I get him? No, I don't think so. There. He's dead and his head exploded. Salt. More money. Wow, I have 3k. 3.5k actually. Search cabinet. Why would there be an orange inside a safe? Or what is it? Bank cabinet, whatever. Or an apple. Ooh, dropping a weapon creates a ghostly ally for a few seconds. I'll take it.
Interesting.
Did she just... Is that it?
And if I do this sabotage, all their patents, all of them, Mr. Fink. Now, why does the prophet want these two killed?
For the same reason Lady Comstock lies buried. Child.
And why does he want me to do it?
Because only you can make it seamless.
Interesting. So the prophet.
That's the real Lady Comstock. I think she's a combination of herself and my feelings towards her.
What do you mean?
I'm just so angry at her and at my father.
Yes,
I
Elizabeth,
think
we
she's
know you
her, but she's
have
also partly me.
both daddy and mommy issues, but that's fine.
I'm
Everyone
sure I
in your
understand it
position
myself.
would. Whee! Okay, for a boss fight, I really like this. I mean, just generally, this entire plotline with Lady Comstock. Okay. Is she screaming end my suffering or feel my suffering?
Catch, Booker!
Appreciate it.
Finally, health kit. Alright. Where are you now?
Booker salts!
Thank you for the salts. Find the pineapple. There we go. Alright, so now let's loot this room. Oh no, that's... we've been here already, haven't we? Yeah, that's the entrance. Oh well. Yeah, I was wondering why that thing was hacked already. The dollar bill. Oh well. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Okay. Right. So we've been to the bank, we've been to the meadow thing. Okay, we need to follow the footprints, I guess that way. I don't think they should be here. I mean, this is... I think this is the way to the to her grave. We've been there already. Oh wait, I can unlock it. I did not see it.
Think you can crack this one open?
Sure thing.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Done.
Okay, Silver Eagle.
Perfect.
Anything else we can loot? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Onwards. I think right now I have the same issue that I used to have. Market District. Could be there or... yeah, last time that I played this game, I remember that I had issue finding or figuring out what the hell the third place was, where I had to find Lady Comstock because I just was not able to find it and or see the footprints. So heater, first gun, volley gun, heater, shotgun. Thank you for the coin. Did I already? Yeah, I already did this. Health kit, no thank you. And what else? Send for less. Oh, wait, more money. Okay. Alright, so for sure we had the bank and we were at the crypt. What's that? More money just spread all over the floor.
Need a lock picked.
Looks simple enough.
Alright.
All done.
Some candy. A box of chocolate. Anything valuable? When shooting, empty clips have 40% chance of auto-filling without reload. Not bad, actually. Okay. Okay, so we were here already. Oh, steps. I think they go this way. Nah, we've been here.
Now.
Done. Take your time. I'm fine down here.
Ah, crap. Oh, what? Shiny. Mom. Our profit. Have I been in here? Yes, I have. Looks robbed, so yes, I have been there. Okay, let's go this way then. Oh, there's the tear. Just need to figure out how to get there. Magical melodies. From here? Can I open this? No. Also, Elizabeth said, oh. What do you mean, oh? Pick up machine gun, no thanks. Okay, footsteps, there we go, finally. More corpses. Okay, we have not been here yet.
He's got a flak cannon!
Hey, black cannon guy. I'm pretty sure I've been here at some point because I commented in the last stream that that's where people go to pee. Where is the guy?
For the struggle, you deserve
Oh.
to die.
Okay. Okay, okay. Heater ammo. Don't need that. Footsteps. There we go. Have your photo taken here.
Got a lock, needs picking.
I can do that. There.
Back in 5 minutes. Beth.
Here's some cash.
But you two are dead. I took your funeral photo.
Yes, and made an absolute hash of it.
One doesn't expect a picture of one's corpse.
To come across so lifelessly.
Return to the Comstock house gate. Okay. It seems more like we were finding out stuff about the Lutesses and not about Lady Comstock.
That's insanity. What proof would you have that Mr. Fink would hurt the Lutesses?
The Lutesses told me.
The Lutesses? When?
Yesterday. Yesterday morning.
Rupert! They've been dead these 7 days.
Right, have I been here? Oh, this is some weird apartment building. Think I might have been here. Yeah. I have been here. Okay. You want to go out? Oops.
There you go. I'll wait down here.
Have I hacked this already? I mean, possessed? Yes, apparently yes. Alright. Well, we need to go back to the... oh no, crypt? Okay, where now? That way? Okay, or the footsteps here? Am I just running in circles? Market district, or yeah, we need to. God damn it! This place is making me lost. Memorial Garden.
Need money?
Was that just like a cameo? I don't know. Not cameo, but like an Easter. Yeah, probably just an Easter egg. Return to the Comstock house gate. Okay, so we need to go to the house gate, not to the graveyard. Okay.
Killed Lady Comstock. Or Tessa's.
And anyone who knew the truth was better dead than alive.
I'm not even his daughter. I'm just some...
No, you are not. Miss Wilson. You've been through. Ain't nobody in the world deserves that. When you get him out of here,
I
you
love
got
you,
it.
Elizabeth.
You never...
Surrender, Tess. Kill you both. I know you hate me for not being your daughter. And I hated you for not being my mother. Take this from my heart.
Okay, I mean, this is kind of like a very interesting fight. However, I'm not interested in, doing the same fight 3 times. A little bit excessive. Damn it. Okay.
Do it.
Oh, a mosquito. Sure.
Hooker, catch!
Perfect time.
Oh, I think we still have enemy suffering.
Take this!
Great. Open it.
There you go!
Again, don't want salt, want health.
Do it.
Done!
Are they done? Damn it. Okay. Last try.
Go ahead.
Catch, Booker! You bet! Ammo, take it!
There we go.
Take this thorn from my heart! I owe you an apology! Comstock used me to bring you back, but I brought back a version of you from the reality that I had built up in my own head. He pretended to love you, like he pretended to love me. I am not your husband's bastard. I am his victim. My days of victimhood are done. We must forgive each other. Because there is one far worse than you or I.
The Prophet killed me.
Because you wouldn't keep his secret about me.
I knew it.
If that's so, then why am I alive?
So it wasn't Daisy Fitzroy that killed Lady Comstock.
Maybe this is you in another world where you never meet him.
Or where I saved him.
I don't know. Is that possible?
Find out, child. Find out.
Find out, child. Find out. Okay, we only need your like fingerprints to open that thing over. Or
Booker,
I mean that works.
thank you.
Just detonating the place works too. word is scary. Yikes.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
Take me back. Take me home. Please.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. Great.
Elizabeth!
Now I have to go after... Okay, not this way. Kinda looks like the reality is falling apart.
I'm not letting you take her, you hear me? Ah, you feathered piece of shit! I'm not going to...
Snow. It's July.
Elizabeth! Can you hear me?
Get your hands off of me! Just take me back to my tower. Please, please.
Stop.
Our Lady Elizabeth, Godspeed the Judgment.
Some men dream of money. Some men dream of love. My father dreamt of a flood of fire. We were given Eden, and we turned it into Sodom. Why do we deserve salvation?
Am I in some weird reality where Elizabeth is now the prophet? Hey Kay!
But he was not so
My day was quite nice. I've done nothing and it was great. How about you?
to train a nation of fishermen.
Okay. I am confused. Also, these guys are creepy. Yes, explode. And do. You're low on ammo, find more. I would want to find more, but Elizabeth is not with me, so she cannot search for my ammo. Oh well. Is that it?
Damn it!
This area is restricted. What's that? Lock? No, pistol. Decided to work sadly. My boss needed to work sadly. My boss called me. He had nobody on work. I needed help. So goodbye, a week free of work. Aw, I'm so sorry to hear that. But at least you're getting money, so.
I hope I don't have to go all the way up to the. Alright. Listen, I just want to see the girl. Worthless. Doesn't matter. Just gotta get to the warden's office.
Please, what is this place? Just send me back to my tower.
It's too late for that now, child. Your father gave you a lovely home, and you chose to destroy
Dr.
it.
Pettifog.
He's not my father.
I suppose the siphon is a kind of leash. Yes, my father put it on me. But when the time came, neither did I remove it myself. What would happen if I took off the leash? And I found I was as obedient as ever.
Her loving embrace. Okay.
Like my father, I could see all that would be, might be, and must not be.
Maybe I should have invested a bit some points into, you know, smelly shit. Right now I'm out of ammo. Okay, I guess.
I suppose the siphon is a kind of leash. Yes,
Yeah,
my father put it on me.
Great.
But when the time
Need
came,
ammo.
neither did
Hello,
I
it's
remove
ammo.
it
Find
myself.
more. No shit.
What would happen if I took off the leash? And I found I was
Where
as
you lie.
obedient as ever. Our minds are born festering with sin. Some are so blighted, they will never find redemption.
Pray with me.
The mind must be pulled up.
Please just let me go.
We're going to heal you.
I'm not
Without
sick.
blame,
Your spirit is.
without fault, and without
I need ammo. Why does this place have any ammo?
will.
Please give me ammo. Ammo is
Is
what I
found
need.
wanting.
Ammo, ammo, ammo. Ammo, ammo, please. Ammo, ammo. Go to the warden's office, okay.
I'm Dr. Pettifog, Elizabeth, and I'll be taking care of you.
Get away from me.
Defiant, even after all this time. DeWitt just left you here. You need to give up on your love.
He will come.
I mean, I could technically pick up the pistol. Because I have enough ammo for the
The
pistol.
specimen needs to be destroyed. We couldn't even hold her in that tower, and now the Prophet.
Destroy the lamb? His heir?
If we modify the procedure, we could. It would be safer for everyone. It would seem an accident.
Okay, there we go. I think here I might find some ammo actually. Or not. Shotgun ammo.
What did the Lord receive in return for his gifts?
Silver Eagle. Of course, I'm looting money now when I don't need it.
And the blood was the only
Oh, crow guy. Hello. There we go. Again, out of ammo. For fuck's sake.
The child is ready. This time.
Prophet, even if we cure her, why do you think she'll do what you ask?
My daughter has two problems. One is the condition is
Only 12 bullets. Only 12 bullets. Only 12 bullets. Okay, so I guess I do have to go that way where the arrow pointed. Saving profile. Brilliant. Is a Patriot gonna just pop out and start?
Your surgery is tomorrow, you know. You better eat. Oh, you still expect DeWitt to burst in and rescue you, don't you? It's been 6 months.
6 months.
This is such a creepy area. What is that? Oh, ammo. Oh, dang it. Eh. Die. Stop.
bring us the girl and wipe away the dead. But in the end, he is the one who'll have to pay down all of our accounts, won't he? Where does his guilt start? And mine end?
Where we learn. Okay.
A man once promised me that he would free me of my chains. But in the end, he abandoned me to serve his own needs.
Okay, so in this reality I abandoned Elizabeth and she became the prophet.
He showed me exactly how much faith our deserved. God put his face in men once too. Seems that we have something in common. Disappointment.
Anything here? Ammo, please. No, sandwich. Great, I got a sandwich.
Always loved the prophet. Truth, I ran from his embrace. I've been denied.
As the days pass, I believe less in God and more in Lutece. My powers shrivel as my regrets blossom. All of this because my father failed me. By the time I realized how far I'd gone.
Carbine ammo. Weapon damage is increased. Okay. Whatever.
It was too late to stop it. But there is still one last chance at redemption for both of us.
Okay, salts. And let's go.
There's the switch.
What I've done cannot be undone. I cannot stop.
Should be able to head downstairs and get to Elizabeth now.
But perhaps
That scared the shit out of me.
from ever starting. He was my first hope. And now, he is my last.
Nice. I'm actually getting loot from these guys.
Get back here!
Okay. This one's dead, that one's dead.
I am here to finish my father's work.
But that screamy thing really got me good.
I shall baptize the traveling fire and prepare others wait their turn.
Tomorrow the leash comes off. Because all of this has to end. But even if I destroy the siphon, will I be strong enough to see all the doors and open whichever I choose? And if I bring him here, who is to say that he would be any match for the monsters I have created?
Ah, okay. Here we are.
Elizabeth, hold tight!
What? It's a tear. What is it?
Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question is when.
Lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
As you can see, Booker, the lunatics are running the asylum. They don't even listen to me anymore. All I can do is watch as what I set into motion slides into its terminal stage. It took all I had left in me just to bring you here.
Elizabeth, I don't understand. I heard you screaming. I was coming to get you. Are we...
Here. Take my hand.
She's old.
The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Say what you will about Comstock. He was a hell of a fortune teller. Wasn't the torture that broke me. Wasn't the indoctrination. It was time. Time rots everything, Booker. Even hope.
I was coming.
Songbird. He always stops you.
Yes, but I would find a way.
No. It's too late for me. I brought you here for your sake. Yours and hers. Here.
What's that? Is that a song?
What is this?
It's for her. She'll know how to read it.
What does it say?
It's advice.
Advice on what?
How not to become me.
Where the heck am I?
I'm back. In 1912. Before she... There's still time.
Elizabeth! You two men upstairs. If she gets ornery, just hit her with the machines. Comstock! What are you doing to her? Let her be! Mr. Durant, what's the expression? Day late and the dollar short.
I shut down those machines from upstairs.
Can't we give her something to quiet her down? Well, the prophet says half the procedure is faith. When the body cries out, the spirit listens.
Bunch of ammo.
Do you hear that screaming duet? That is the sound of your interference. You have led my daughter into temptation. She is not your daughter! Perhaps not now. But trust me when I tell you she
Okay, killed everything. Now let's loot and maybe find ammo. Christ on a popsicle. Okay, I can't get this without her. You.
He's shut down one of the generators. If we don't sedate her, he shuts down the other one. We're not sedating her.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Crap. Okay, yeah, the issue of not having enough not having enough ammo is really problematic.
Push the bastard out! Right.
Can you kill yourself? Thank you. Cotton candy. Alright, let's go up. Up. busy, can't pick up. Yeah, I'm gonna go release Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, I'll be right there!
I got you, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. You ready?
Jesus Christ, it's disgusting.
Here.
Oh!
Help me with this.
I think someone meant for you to have this.
What is it?
Just read it.
Your dream of New York happens. It's me. I'm the one who...
She's given us a way to get past Songbird. We're gonna find an airship and we'll leave
Booker.
Paris, Elizabeth. Remember, you wanted to go
We're
to...
not leaving. We are going to find Comstock.
Why?
Yeah.
You saw what he turns me into. I will not allow that.
And so what, you're going to kill him?
This is where you start moralizing, Booker. You forget. I know you.
I'm not going to let you kill him.
Really? Booker? What are you going to do to stop me?
Not a damn thing. Because I'm gonna do it for you.
Okay, now let's go, because there's a couple of places that have
Gotta find the
lockpicks.
prophet.
Comstock's Zeppelin is outside. The hand of the prophet, he calls it.
When did you learn that?
I've been here for a while.
How long?
Long enough.
6 months, probably.
I hope Comstock got what he wanted from me. Because he is not going to have long to use it.
Can you unlock this?
Come on. Give me something challenging. All yours.
Alrighty.
Tomorrow.
The procedure should help immensely with the issues we've had with the girl. Once the device is implanted, any effort on her part to alter the state of things will emit a most painful electric shock. Pavlov made a dog salivate. We'll make this one weep.
Wow, why are all the scientists in these games just like fucked up in the head?
This doesn't make any sense. Everything here is a cipher that I understand except for this symbol. It's a cage. Did she say anything about this?
No.
Locate Comstock. Alright, well first let me loot everything.
Look! It's the hand of the prophet. Comstock's flagship. We've gotta find a way on board.
Stay here. I'll...
I'm doing this together, or I'm doing it alone. Either way, I know the things
To wit,
found some
you
money.
struggle against prophecy, like a stone loosed from a sling. How thrilling the launch, how breathtaking the apex, and how terrifying the descent as gravity drags you down into the inevitable.
Ready.
Okay, let's go.
What's that sound?
Take cover!
that. They're...
Look around you, Elizabeth. I built all of this for you. You are my heir and my blood. And what has DeWitt ever done for you? To him, you are now what you always were. A means to an end.
Flak cannon, Booker!
Now.
You bet!
Give me ammo back, por favor.
You need socks! Booker, catch!
Yes, yes.
Do it.
On it!
Ammo, ammo, ammo. Ammo, ammo, ammo. Yay, pineapples, because of course. Okay, I guess I have to kill all of them to be able to open that door. Which is fine.
Found ammo!
Something like that. There. Now you're all dead. Now let's return to that house with the lock. Oy oy. Hi, Insanity Central! How's the city in the sky? Well, kinda falling down, I think.
Could you take a look at this lock?
Looks simple enough.
How are you doing? How are your holidays?
All done.
Oy. Loot, loot, loot.
Help me out with this lock.
I'll give it a whirl.
Loot, loot. Holidays were good. Another sleepless night, so trying to wind down
Done.
for at least a nap. Oh, so you came to watch me because I'm so boring. I'm gonna put you to sleep, huh? I'm just kidding. La 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 la.
My brother has presented me with an ultimatum. If we do not send the girl back from where we brought her, he and I must part. Where he sees an empty page, I see King Lear. But he is my brother, so I shall play my part, knowing it shall all end in tears.
Oh, come on, Lutas. Don't be so dramatic.
This ship is set to return to the hand of the Prophet. I am awaiting your order to proceed.
Yes, yes, just let me loot this and then we can go. Okay, let's go. Haha, nah, listening to soft jazz on Spotify while I watch and chill. That's nice. I'm assuming you tried all of the tricks in the book, like warm milk and stuff like that.
Do you think it's possible to redeem the kind of things that we've done?
Redeem? I don't see much use in that.
Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
Strong words.
Over there! It's Comstock's men. They're coming out to meet us.
this one's gonna kill himself. Return to your gunship. These hooks are really convenient, I love it. I just give an attempt of 2 to 3 hours to fall asleep. If I do, great. If not, I stay up and wait for a decent time to make coffee and hang in there until I get tired enough to sleep. Okay, yeah, that does make sense. So at least you're not wasting time, you know, trying to fall asleep and just tossing and turning. Another gunship to the left. That's right.
Booker, look! It's the box.
I just saw someone fly off the screen, but okay.
Look out! More of them! You're hurt! Take this!
Perfect timing!
That's good. Back to my ship. Okay, another one.
I've got ammo!
Move into cover!
There he is. We need to
Ford
land
Comstock's
below and find our
flagship.
way up to him.
Or we can just fly this thing to Paris.
Just drop me off if you want to. This isn't your problem, Booker.
I won't abandon you.
You wouldn't, would you? Look! There's skylines all over the surface of the flagship. They're covered with those motorized Patriot pods.
Well, that must be where they're deployed from. I wouldn't go near those lines while those pods are in place.
Comstock is at the top of the ship. Let's head up.
Okay, well.
Look into Wes, child. There's something about him that you just can't put your finger on. Soon you'll understand the man I am and the man he isn't.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I know what the story is, how the story is gonna end. Booker ends up being Comstock, like from a different period, different time and space. I don't know, however you want to be honest, I did not really like how the game ended. How the story went. Oh, for the love of...
There must be another way.
Okay. Money.
Move in on him!
Search corpse. It has a can of beans. For some reason. Oh, and money. Yeah, no, kill yourself. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the shotgun in this area. Feels better. Feels much better. Well, I heard someone shoot him. Oh, there we go. I have no idea where I'm going. I am just... Oi! Jesus. Just like walking around looting. Oh. Dumbass. There. There we go. Anything and everything all of the time.
Cash.
It was here. Okay, outside now. Am I that shit at aiming?
Those skylines lead up to the next step. Clear the line of those pods and use them to gain access to the decks.
I have seen the seeds of fire that will prepare the Sodom below for the coming of the Lord. But it will not be I who carries that banner of them. That job falls to you, Elizabeth. That job falls to you.
Skyline is clear, Booker.
Yay, riding the skyline. Whee! We are now on the...
There! That one!
You bet!
Can't believe I can one-shot all of them. Okay, that was it. Okay, gonna clean the other. But before that, I'm of course gonna loot everything.
Something's wrong.
Why are they dropping so slowly?
I don't know.
That's 1/4 of the pods ejected.
That's all?
Okay, then I guess we have to go to the other side.
One half done.
Only one half.
Sure is taking his time.
Oh wow, there's a lot of them. Hello.
Lines are clear.
Kinda need.
I've got ammo. Booker, catch.
And then I'm gonna return to open that door. United by rage. Hey Dan, how are you doing? How was your day? Okay, that's mine. That's mine, and now let's find the door. Not this one. Here. In combat can't lockpick. Seriously? Who is alive?
Elizabeth.
On it!
Okay, yeah, I hear.
Here you go!
I'm okay, how was you? And my day has been good. Okay, just... I like being on vacation, but on the other hand, I'm constantly bored. Okay, finally, we're done. Oh, I think Beppo farted.
Think you can crack this one open?
Okay.
Eh. He definitely farted.
All done.
Oof. Mother of God, this is a stinker. Kira Falconia, you're a witch. Yep. And Insanity Central says Stinky Beppo. Yeah, he is, but it's my fault. I gave him cheese, so. But now he's happy and sleeping on my feet. Like a good boy. Alright, let's see what else do we have there.
Our contraption shows
I
us
wouldn't mind
the girl
ammo.
is the
More
flame
ammo.
that shall
All of
ignite
the ammo.
world. My brother says we must undo
Dan
what
says
we've
I reckon
done.
Seth farted and blamed it on
Time
Beppo.
is more an
I will
ocean
neither confirm nor
than a
deny
river.
that.
Why try to bring
My
in a
secret
tide
dies
that will
with
only
me.
again go out?
Okay, I guess that's it. Hmm. Hey. Alright, next.
I may be the one who strikes you down, DeWitt, but you've always had a knack for self-destruction. Who's to say you won't beat me to the punch?
Third deck interior. Yeah, let's go. We are closing in to the end of the game, I think. After that, we're gonna be tackling the DLCs. Burial at Sea.
I'm going with you.
Hello, whoever joined in. I think that's Potato trying. Yes. Hi. You sound bad.
How about now?
Okay, now it's good.
One deck up in the Prophet's cabin.
No, it
It's a
sounds good.
miracle.
Yeah, it's a big miracle. Okay, ammo. Okay, we are in for a big fight because there's a bunch of ammo everywhere. Yeah. Alright, let's see.
Show yourself. After him! Go away! Please go away!
Go away, please go away, says the handyman.
Do it now.
I hate the handyman, doo-dum. I hate the handyman, oh doo-da-day. Ah! Excuse me, I need some.
Go ahead. Elizabeth.
Alright.
Okay, let's get this. Dead. Where's the handyman? Everything is garbage. I'm gonna say everything is shaking. There. Oh no, 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 he exploded. Okay, now it's fine. Oh, for the love of God. Oh. How was your day, Potato? You went to work, right? Potato. He's ignoring me again.
No, sorry, I was muted. I won't show anything. It was a bit tiring because I was in a meeting like most of the day.
That sucks. I mean,
Yeah,
being in a meeting.
Since it wasn't supposed to be like a
Long
formal
meeting.
meeting, we were supposed to just like bring some like Christmas presents to our partners.
Ah, okay. And it ended up being.
They pulled the old bait and switch.
Yeah. They tricked you. I like this chain lightning thing. They just explode. Okay. Let's see.
We can take that skyline to the Prophet's cabin.
Yes. Let me rob you. Is there more on this side? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's go to the skyline. Whee!
You've come to wipe your slate clean, false shepherd. But time will walk backwards before you find redemption.
Someone's at your door, I think.
Some sins can't be forgiven.
Alright. And let's go confront Comstock. What's this? Siphon machine.
This is my tower. What's this? A siphon.
I saw this there. I could hear you singing from above. And the machine came to life in response.
And then in my mother's grave, there was a smaller one. They were draining me. Maybe that's why I can't.
Can't what?
When I was little, I used to be able not just to open tears, but I could create new ones. To anywhere I wanted to go. But in the tower...
Okay. Open the friggin' door.
Back. I'm ending this.
Booker, no. This is between me and him.
We're walking into a trap.
I need to do this.
And there we go.
Oh, come on, I don't bite. My, oh my, how you have grown.
Tell me, what am I?
Look at you, child. You're a mess.
Let go of her.
Elizabeth, everything I've done to keep you safe.
Safe from what?
The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. But the archangel revealed something else. Beware, prophet. Beware the false shepherd, Booker DeWitt. For he shall be as a wall between her and destiny.
Why?
DeWitt, I'm a fool. I've sent mighty armies to stop you. I've rained fire on you from above. I did all of that to keep you from her, when all I needed was to tell her the truth. Ask him, child. Ask him what happened to your finger. Ask DeWitt.
Let go of me.
Ask him.
She's your daughter, you son of a bitch! And you abandoned her! Was it worth it? Huh? Did you get what you wanted?
Booker.
Tell me!
Booker!
Tell me!
It is finished.
Nothing is finished!
Booker!
You locked her up for her whole life!
Booker!
You cut off her finger, and you put it on me!
Booker, stop it! You killed him. What did
Good
he
job.
mean? Huh? You tell me, what did he mean about my finger?
I don't know. Yeah, I just assumed you were born with it. I don't know.
Your nose. It's bleeding.
What? Elizabeth, I swear to you, I have no idea what he was talking about.
You do. You just can't remember it.
No. I'll prove it to you. We'll destroy the siphon. The answer's behind one of your doors. You just have to open it.
Destroy the siphon? It's the entire tower, Booker. How are we gonna do that?
I don't know. But I'll think of something on the way.
Poor guy. I mean, no, not poor guy. He's a creep. But, yeah. Oh, I guess we go the other way. Here. Gotta say, I love what he did with the interior there. Oh, that's all like... just like theater. Still looks nice. It's a garden.
When a soul is born again, what happens to the one left behind in the baptismal water? Is he simply gone? Or does he exist in some other world, alive, with sin intact?
Find the controls. Ah, okay. Guess not this way. Bridge.
Think you can pick this?
Sounds good. And we go. Steer Zeppelin.
What is that?
Now what?
What is she trying to tell us? Cage. Cage, I'm missing something.
Again, the Vox. Like, they're really annoying at this point.
Okay, we gotta get ready. I think they mean to board us.
You ain't gonna place your daughter on
The bird.
We're gonna place her in our grave.
What are you doing?
We have to sing to him.
Sing to who? Elizabeth, stop it!
C-A-G-E. It's not a word, Booker. It's a song. Shh, it's okay. I need you to protect me. Will you do it? Will you do this
Okay,
for me?
let's fight the Vox
one
Populi
last
with our new friend, Songbird.
Go. Go, go, go! Booker, he'll help us. We can use him against the Vox fleet. Watch out, rockets!
Great. You can now command Songbird to attack enemy threats. Aim at any highlighted target and press Y to start the attack.
Booker, tell Songbird where to go. Booker! Over there! The box!
We can get the gunship.
Booker, catch!
Much obliged.
Okay, this does... I remember this. First time I played it, and I remember it being fun, although a little bit long.
Booker, gunships!
Get ready!
Songbird is ready.
Send him there.
Did I accidentally summon Songbird on my ass? Yes, I did. Oh well. Nice.
The gunship now.
Sorry, that's all I got.
Looking good. One more.
More time to look. Catch!
Much obliged.
No, I need help. Oh, okay. I have it here. A little bit, yes.
I can call Songbird and Booker.
Sweat and tears. Our blood, sweat, and tears. But today, our tears become gold, and your tears will become blood.
Zeppelin!
Where? Destroy all Vox Zeppelins.
The Zeppelin down.
Where's the pig?
Ammo! Catch! You need this! See what else I can find!
You look hurt. No shit. No! They killed me. Sergeant Nuggets! Going to be in and out lurking because I'm currently at work. Okie dokie.
Worky dorky.
Worky dorky.
Open it!
Done! Take this!
Thanks.
Down. Let's kill the Zeppelin. By kill, I mean destroy. Stretch!
Tell me where to send him.
Oh, thank you, Kay. Tell me where to send him. There.
Take out the gunship.
Ammo, Booker! Catch, Booker!
Appreciate it.
Now is Booker this, Booker that? What happened to Mr. DeWitt?
I don't like the looks of this.
Oh, it's a big ass Zeppelin.
He's ready.
The Zeppelin.
Patriot. Oh. Landed over here.
Here you go!
That'll do.
Ammo! Catch!
And then, where's the other Patriot?
I'll keep my eyes open for more. So, here!
I need healing. Elizabeth, I need heal. I need healing.
Where should I send him?
Hello?
Hi, Brady. What's up?
There. The Zeppelin.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
You're almost done with the game already.
Yep. Just now fighting the Vox Populi because they're trying to destroy Prophet's ship.
Right, and that's a bad thing somehow.
I just... Yeah, I don't know. Like, in all honesty, there were so many points at this in this game where I was like, I am very uncomfortable with what I'm doing right now.
Yep.
And
everything from the end of Phantom on.
Yes. And it's really weird because I remember when I played it for the first time, I did not notice it as much. Like maybe I've grown in the meantime and became like more aware of stuff like that. But
or maybe you just mainlined the game the first time around and were super excited to play.
Yeah, could be that as well. Because now when I'm playing it, I was like, this is wrong. Or like all of this, like I know they are trying to like show the problem with racism, and you know in what was it was it the Monument Island, like where you go
the theme park.
The theme park, yes. And then there is that area, the Wounded Knee, like where they're depicting like Native Americans really badly, and then there is that other one that is portraying the Asian very, very badly. Like not even Chinese. I think they completely mixed up like Chinese and Japanese, or just did not care.
No. It was set during the Boxer rebellions, so it would have been Chinese rebels. But
okay.
I'm certain they used elements from multiple cultures to highlight exactly how fucked Colombia is.
Right.
But then, apropos of nothing, they turn around and say, oh, all these victimized people are somehow just as bad. And it's like, what?
Because if they had access to weapons, they would do exactly the same thing. Like,
and guess what? That's one of those primal fears that's theorized broadly to be at the heart of lots of hard right-wing nationalist movements.
And that's what you want.
The
that if you gave people with less power more, they'd feel the same way about you as you do about them, when historically that's not really true.
It's human nature.
Yeah, and the thing is, like that scene at the, what was it, the clock tower, where Daisy Fitzroy was killing...
attempting to murder a child.
No. Before that, she murdered. Was it Fink? Yeah, she murdered Fink. Yeah, and then she like looks at you and takes his blood and like smears it over her face. Like, it's kind of like an act of, I don't know, savagery.
After you just come through a literal slave labor camp that Fink operates, where propaganda plays throughout the entire level, encouraging his workers to labor until they die on the spot. And somehow he's really just half of a broken system? No!
Where is he?
And there we go. He is underwater. We are in Rapture, apparently.
Again, it does strike me as the kind of game that originally had something to say at some point in its development, but because of backlash from right-wingers in or around the development team, ended up not saying much of anything at all. Kind of,
Elizabeth.
Think what people expected versus what they got from Far Cry 5.
Yes, I guess, yeah. I see what you're going. And we are now in Rapture.
What is this place? Elizabeth.
It's a doorway. One of many.
Because they had to somehow explain how Bioshock Infinite is connected to other Bioshocks.
Yes, it's this way.
What Comstock said about your finger.
This is Rapture before the fall.
Down here.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Or no, right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
right in the middle of the Civil War.
Yeah. We play in Burial, let's see, we play in Rapture before the Civil War.
This is where we have to go.
Why? What is going on? Elizabeth, what do you mean that this is a doorway?
Suddenly,
yeah, this is the point where the game just falls apart.
Yeah, and like Elizabeth suddenly knows everything, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Probably gonna regret this.
Yeah, again, after the end of Finkton, this game lost me entirely. Sergeant Nugget says my inner fan went crazy when this scene happened.
When you saw Rapture again, right? I assume that then you enjoyed the Burial at Sea DLCs quite a lot, right?
At the bottom.
I'm kind of with you though, Seth. Like, there's no reason for this being here.
Yeah.
It felt gratuitous the same way DS3 feels gratuitous to me.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, remember Rapture? That's the part that all of you guys loved.
We could have continued developing this world, but that wouldn't be totally safe, so here's some fan service.
I like it how Booker just said, like, a city under the sea. Pff, ridiculous. While he just came from the city in the sky.
Opening all at once. My God.
I'll give it credit, though. It is a very, very beautiful looking game, just like the first two were.
Yeah, I mean, so Bioshock 2 came out in 2010, which was 12 years ago now. So imagine with today's technology, if they managed to rebuild Rapture, how awesome that would be.
Yeah, it'd be very, very impressive. Again, visually.
You going to open it?
It's no good. Damn it. I thought once we were here, I could fully control it. I thought...
Yeah, at this point, the story's totally derailed into weird, like, alternate universe sci-fi nonsense, hasn't it? And correct me if I'm wrong, it barely gets explained, any of this. Like, ever. How and why this is happening.
I think at this point, like, it's just kinda...
They didn't know how to end the game.
Yeah, and it's making us... Oh, this part just, like...
Stars. They're doors.
Sure.
Maybe Sergeant Nuggets can explain it to us. They're a big fan of Bioshock Infinite, so... I
promise
myself...
you I know what happened. Because remember, we know the original narrative was very heavily reworked, pretty late in development, because, like, right-wing, more conservative members of the development team objected to certain characterizations, right? And Ken Levine kind of conceded. We know that.
How
do you know this?
I would expect, like, if I just had to theorize, the alternate universe thing we know for a fact was a part of, like, the design from very early on, but, like, you would be going through a bunch of different universes through different stages, all to see how little changes here and there would drastically alter Columbia society, that kind of thing. Not just back and forth between two, for the most part.
Look.
I would anticipate when they had to, or made the decision to, scrape out a lot of the socio-political commentary or water it down,
I don't understand.
that probably had more of an intended thrust in the game's final act originally.
Because it does.
Like, you know, there was going to be this epic showdown with Father Comstock and the Founders. They were probably going to be... He was going to be a totally separate character.
Yeah.
Because for most of the game, he's written as a separate character. It only makes sense if he's a different person.
Yes, and, like, at the end, when it, like, turns out that Comstock is you, I was like, how? What? That makes no sense. Like...
No, it doesn't.
Because, like, you know, usually when you have a big plot twist, there was some sort of hint throughout the story, or, like, something that could tie you into that. Yeah, like, a kind of, a little bit of foreshadowing, but here it was just like...
So my hypothesis then is, when they heavily reworked the game to dilute a lot of the themes they were leaning on in the original design, they made the decision, because what else could you do, to lean more heavily into the alternate universe plotline, this kind of multiple worlds theory, and just really do something maybe visually, aesthetically really interesting with it, like this. And that was the best they could do at that stage. That's what I'm thinking. It feels like the game's last act was thrown together at the last minute.
I don't know, like, now with the thing, he says, like, I've been here at the Wounded Knee 20 years ago. You know, when I heard that the first time, I was like, okay, was this entire trip just like a very big PTSD episode from Booker? Because I would be completely okay with that sort of explanation, like...
Of course. Like, he's having to struggle mentally with the kinds of hateful propaganda that spurred him and other soldiers to take really horrific action against Native American people, right? In the wake of a battle that like, severely traumatized him.
Yeah, exactly.
That would make sense. Here's what the world was telling you, but it never felt right. It wasn't the right thing to do.
You didn't go through.
You think a dunk in the river's
Very,
gonna
very
change the
observant.
things I've done?
That's a
Let's
good
get out of
idea,
here.
Seth,
Hey,
but that's not what they do.
Yeah.
These doors of yours, they're all tears, right? Well, open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be shut of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead!
No. He was here. This way.
Not until we find Comstock. Like, bitch, we killed him like 10 minutes ago. And you cried about it.
Mm-hmm.
And what of my debts?
Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
This is the man who hired me to find you.
Really?
Yes. The girl for the debt.
I don't think the Lutesses are ever properly explained either, are they?
Well,
I mean, I know they're the same person from two different continuities.
There was no baby.
yeah,
if there was, I sure
it
as hell
was
wouldn't give
really
it over to this
weird
guy.
because in some of the
don't leave this
logs
room
that you find,
until
it's
you
kind
do.
of like it's kind of said that the reason why Rosalind Lutess started with all the experiments was because she was trying to find her brother. So I assume she always had a brother who perhaps died, and she was trying to pull him back from like one of the other alternate universes. Then they started hinting towards the idea that they're actually the same person.
And behind one of them,
And
I see him.
yeah.
I don't know how then they became this sort of like apparition that constantly like spawns in and out as you need them.
What choice do I have?
It does feel like there were two entirely different scripts that kind of got awkwardly mashed together at a certain juncture.
Yeah, and now like why would I give the baby to the Lutesses? And why were they working for Comstock when clearly it was said that Lutess did not like working for Comstock and actually didn't
And they
work
help
for
you
Comstock.
overthrow him throughout the game, like,
Bring
God.
us the girl and wipe away the debt.
There was no baby.
You know, the curious thing is, there are some people who claim this game has the best writing in the franchise, and again, if that's your preference for fiction, no judgment at all. But I've not seen very many people argue that it has the worst writing.
No.
When to me, it pretty clearly does.
I don't know, like overall the worst writing that I've ever seen, definitely not. But it's writing wise, I feel it's weaker than the other Bioshocks. But I think that gameplay more than makes up for it. So it makes for an amazingly good game just because the gameplay completely pulls it out. Yeah.
You don't need to.
It's much better in that regard than the first two.
Yeah. And also, even though the story doesn't make sense, I enjoyed finding the voxophones and like listening to, you know, how people were talking about what was happening. Like the world building was good until they decided.
This always been great at that.
Yeah. Until the moment when they decided to just toss everything out of the window.
The deal is off. Give her back. Give her back.
Fine. Are you mad?
No, you will not get caught in between. Come.
It is uncomfortable enough as it is.
It's going to be more uncomfortable if you don't come now.
If I get caught, it's going to be a very long time before we see each other.
You will not get caught, I promise.
You can't promise me that.
We're going to lose our window.
I'll wait, thank you.
Give her back, you son of a bitch!
It's ready. Go.
No. No.
Shut down the machine.
No.
Shut it
Anna!
down. Shut down the
Anna!
machine. Now do it.
Give me back my daughter! No!
Lord, this is a mess. Like, I'm sorry, chat, but I'm just floored.
So, Anna is Elizabeth, but also Comstock's wife is called Anna Comstock.
Uh-huh.
Anna.
Well, maybe named after the wife. That's not entirely uncommon, but... Oh yeah, the wife who also shows up as a banshee out of nowhere.
Yeah, a siren, because she was like not the actual wife, but what Elizabeth thought of her. Something like that.
Right, yeah.
Anna's gone. Right. You shared this room with
And AD then means Anna DeWitt.
20 years.
Yep.
Until
Great.
one day, man came to you, offered you a chance, a redemption. A chance for us to work together.
I told you it would work.
So we already know it works. The question is,
Anna. So sorry, Anna.
do you suppose he branded himself as some sort of penance?
Should have.
Don't see the point. What's done is done. What's done will be done. I suppose the brand is his hair shirt, as he is ours.
Wipe away the dead. Bring us the girl. Wipe away
Also,
the dead.
obviously, he branded himself with AD after Comstock took his daughter and ran away back into his own dimension. So how did Comstock know that the symbol of the false shepherd was AD?
Booker, wake up.
Yeah, that makes no sense. How did Booker not recognize Comstock as himself is another great question.
Yeah, I mean, he did age, but, you know, you would still be able to be like, oh wait, you look oddly like me, you know?
This is all Comstock's.
Or that's my voice, or
What if I went
or
back
somebody
and
else would
killed him
point
before
out
he
that's
did
your
any of this?
voice.
Yeah.
Set in motion.
Who are you? I'm you, but older.
That's the only way to do it. Go back to when he was born.
So Brady, would you like to start with Elder Lilies?
That's entirely up to you guys. Like, what would you like to do moving forward?
Yeah, I definitely would pass it on to you if you want to start the stream. Just let
Okay,
me
give
finish.
me-
I'm just gonna finish
Yeah.
Bioshock and yeah.
I will start hauling my stuff over to my station. 1 second, y'all.
Sounds good.
There's a good bit left, a little bit left in Bioshock if I recall, because we're going to be at this lighthouse a few more times, ain't we?
I think it's just like listening to what they're saying, but not much of a of gameplay anymore. So I think you have like 10-15 minutes.
Perfect.
And we still have to give our final thoughts as well, so you have time, don't worry.
Speaking of, if you want a game with excellent storytelling that really surprised me, I'm about a third of the way through Great Ace Attorney Resolve, the second game in that duology, and it's brilliant.
Nice.
It would have sworn a totally different team wrote it.
What is this?
Multi-day trials are back almost immediately, everything's intelligently written, there's some good mysteries, and the characters are way more lively and, like, vibrant.
Well, I mean, just because it's the same team doesn't mean it was the same people on.
That's correct.
You didn't. You took the baptism. You were born again as a different man. It all has to end. To have never started. Not just in this world, but in all of ours.
Smother him in the crap.
Smother. Before the choice is made. Before you are reborn. He's Zachary Comstock. He's Booker DeWitt.
No. I'm both.
And when I saw all of these Elizabeths like coming together, it gave me, you know, the vibe of all the little sisters coming for their big daddy, like in the previous games. And then I was like, wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay, there we go. This is actually the end. They just dunked me in the water and good ending, I guess, question mark? Made by Rational Games. That's a good studio name considering what we've just played. But yeah, Ken Levine, lead writer and creative director, so let's see what else he can come up with. If Bioshock 4 comes out and if he is the writer of it, but
He's not.
He's
from
not?
What I've seen. Well, it's being made by a team he's not working for, so
Right.
that studio. I mean, he's not working for.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I would assume he is not the writer.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I mean, this has been an adventure, a very short adventure to be fair. Like, I feel the game itself has been much shorter than Bioshock 1 and 2. I feel like, you know, in Bioshock 1, when you reach that point when you find Ryan, that's the point where Bioshock Infinite ends. And I guess it makes sense considering what was happening to the game studio and everything at that time. So I'm gonna try to give my like rating of it, regardless of me knowing what was happening with the studio at the time, and regardless of me knowing, you know, about the rewrites and everything. So this is just gonna be completely my opinion without those outside factors. So gameplay, amazing. I really love what they've done with the weapons and the plasmids, or as they call them here, Vigors. I feel like they are much more effective in combat. Like much more effective, especially the shock jockey. However, one thing that I did not like was that it feels like if you upgrade one or two of them, you're never going to use the other ones. Like, I was just using the possession my entire playthrough because I would just possess, you know, the strongest enemy that I would see, who would then kill everyone around him and then kill himself. Or I would possess, you know, one of those gun automatons or something like that, and then if, you know, that would not help, I would just switch to the shock jockey, which would chain shock everyone, and then with one shot to each of them, I would just disintegrate them. Which, you know, to be fair, it's okay. I mean, nothing too horrible. Boss fights, well, there weren't really boss fights. I mean, the only one that stood out to me was the one with Lady Comstock, or, you know, the siren that I had to chase around. The fight itself was really good and I really enjoyed it. However, what I didn't enjoy is the fact that you had to do it 3 times. If at every point that you would be like chasing her down, and it would and where you would find the tear, you would have like a different fight, it would be much better. Like, even maybe not having a fight, you know, just have a fight in front of her statue after you find her 3 times or found the 3 truths or whatever. You know, just don't make me do the same thing 3 times, because the combat itself was not easy. She would be spawning her minions, and that electric thing that she did would cause me to lose quite a lot of lives, but in any case, the gunplay was good. One thing that I didn't like though was the fact that they, I guess, removed the aim assist, which made it a little bit harder to aim. However, it was okay when it comes to the generosity of the hitboxes. So even if you could not aim straight for like a headshot, you would still deal some damage, so that was fine. So all in all, gameplay, I would say 8 out of 10, where the previous Bioshocks would be like 7 out of 10. What else? They were much more generous with the amount of ammo, heals, salts, everything that, any kind of drops, also money, and it was, money-wise, it was much easier to play it, because here in Infinite you only had the one currency, which is Silver Eagle, but in previous Bioshocks you had your dollars, and you had Atom. So 2 types of currency that did not stack together, you could not exchange one for the other, etc. So it was a little bit harder to, you know, grind stuff to be able to purchase what you need. Design-wise, I mean, it was a few years in between Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite. You can clearly see that it's much more high quality when it comes to graphics, when it comes to music is also very nice. Just the entire city of Columbia feels alive for 30% of the part, I would say. For the rest, it's just a big pile of destroyed ruins. But I cannot really take that for like as something negative, considering that Rapture itself was a big pile of destroyed ruins for the entire game. So the parts where you could be going around seeing like what people are doing, especially when you end up on that beach after you and Elizabeth meet for the first time, that was really nice. Characters are, you know, well, Booker is finally, I mean, you as the main character are finally not a silent protagonist, so that is quite nice that actually you hear yourself and you are part of the environment and not just, you know, a guy that is walking around with a gun. Elizabeth, I feel, was a very well written character up until the end. She felt like an actual colleague, like someone who is helping you go through the game and not, you know, a damsel in distress that you had to help out. So that was pretty cool. So character-wise, I like them also more than the previous Bioshocks. Story was good until we reached like the 80% mark of the game. Then it's just like fell apart completely. Nothing made sense anymore, and I'm pretty sure it's not just me not understanding things, because this is my third playthrough in total, and like I understand.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, I understand what they were going for. I understand how they tried to tie it in together. But it kind of felt like, you know, they tried to put a cube into a round hole, figured out that it won't fit, and then used, you know, a drill or something to make the hole bigger. It's just... it went all over the place at the end, especially the part when Elizabeth suddenly knows everything and she's telling you what exactly happens. It's just...
It doesn't have much identity.
Yeah.
It seems like the game does a lot of things really, really well, but compared to the first and second, it doesn't really know what it is or what it's trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this some... not just to reiterate a point I made earlier, but like, is it a scathing indictment of extremist nationalism and fundamentalism in the US and the way those things have affected policy? Is it a fun, wacky sci-fi romp? Is it just an interesting period piece? Like, is it a detective story? It doesn't know.
Yeah, basically it just went all over the place.
And again, my hypothesis is at one time or another in development, and this does happen, especially with narrative-heavy games, it was meant to, like, front-load each of those at one time or another. Like, oh, this is mainly a story about X. No, now it's mainly a story about Y.
Yeah.
And vestiges of scrapped narratives ended up just sticking around kind of unaltered in the final product.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're right, though, in that if the game were to end or reach a different conclusion at Comstock House, it'd be just fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not me just being salty, like, oh yeah, I really hoped for a different ending, like, I did not want it to end that way or something like that. Just, no, the ending is just, I feel like it's objectively bad.
What we got doesn't work.
Yeah. And so story-wise, I would give it like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like for most of the part, it's fine, and it's actually really good. Like, as I said, I was very invested for the first half of the game. I really wanted to figure out what is happening. I wanted to reach Comstock. I wanted to figure out what is happening with Elizabeth's powers and things like that. But just the explanation that we got at the end made it not worth it.
It felt to me like the game, its world building, its narrative, like all of the presentation of the game was at its strongest when it, only sporadically mind, used Bioshock 2's governor system.
Yeah.
Where, like, there was a really prominent, usually antagonistic person whose ideas and presence defined a stage. Like, you had Governor or General Slate at the museum, which I think was probably the strongest stage in the game, in terms of gameplay, narrative, all that. The theme park, you know? Like, with the old soldier who is just tired of fighting and tired of the extremism and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
You had Jeremiah Fink and Finkton, which was also really strong until its end. And if Comstock himself were more present, I think Comstock House would have been a really strong stage. Bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
And if they wanted to, like, move into a deeper political or socio-political examination, sure, give Daisy Fitzroy and the Vox Populi their own stage where they're tearing Columbia apart and investigate what parts of their ideology were taken too far or something. But the problem is they don't do that, and they just blanketly present the people who have been oppressed and executed and segregated as just as bad without any kind of nuance.
I mean, in the end, the Vox Populi really did not really have much of a role, except that they completely turned the biome of Colombia, to say so. Like, instead of being a nice, calm city, it's a city in war. But, like, the characters themselves, like Daisy Fitzroy, did not really have that much of a role. She was just there.
Unfortunately.
And also the NPCs, like, the way that what they were shouting, they were shouting like extremists. Like they weren't really shouting things like "down with the oppression" or "we want our freedom" or stuff like that. But they were shouting stuff like "we will fill the streets with red" or something like that.
I hate to beat a dead horse or to come across as overly simplistic and like partisan myself, but as we would understand it in 2021, almost 2022. It's the kind of inclusion and characterization that would make the first half of the game and therefore the whole product more palatable to the MAGA crowd.
Yeah. It's just like disappointing. That's where
it's very uncomfortable.
But still, I mean, parts of the game were very uncomfortable to play or to listen to. Especially now since I'm working in a company that values inclusivity and is fighting very hard for that. Just to hear all of those like racial slurs and also like the way the world is just treating people of different color, like even the Irishmen. Like I did not understand why they were racist towards Irishmen, because usually that, like, when you hear about racism, usually you associate it either with the Asian people or with the black people, not with Irish people, right?
In the U.S., Irish and Italian people, generally folks from outside of Western and Northern Europe, or with descent beyond those, were the subjects of prejudice as well until like well on into the 19th and early 20th century.
Yeah. So that was a bit weird to...
religious prejudice was at the heart of that. Like, anti-Catholic sentiment.
Yeah, so that was a little bit hard to go through, just like listening to those things. But all in all, like I actually do not want to give it too low of a mark, because besides the ending that went to shit, everything else is making it very much worth a playthrough, at least a playthrough. Like definitely you don't have to, I don't know, complete it or replay it or whatever, but like playing it once is more than enough. Or at least
worth it alone.
Yeah, exactly. So I would not recommend that you watch somebody's Let's Play or even like this stream, because since gameplay is the strongest part, I feel like that's something that you need to experience it. So all in all, I think I would give this game like a 7 out of 10.
Okay, Potato?
Well, I haven't seen much of it, but I don't know. I honestly missed most of Steph's streams, so...
Wow.
I hate to say I missed most of the playthrough as well due to the holidays, but as somebody who's played it before, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. The world building, some of the characters, the designs especially, like the enemy designs are really cute, I think, a lot of them. Like the giant worker automatons, or like cybernet, or pneumonic shells that Finkton workers are forced into. They look pretty cool. And the like presidential automatons as well. And the soundtrack too. Like some of the soundtrack, especially the classic like early 20th century style renditions of pop songs, some of which were produced by the wonderful Postmodern Jukebox.
Yeah.
Really astounding group. They're great and worthy of your merit. Just the narrative is super weak, and I feel like if Bioshock 1 and 2 played as smoothly as this, they'd be near perfect games.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. So that's why I'm really hoping that they're gonna take what they've learned. Well, what they've learned. It's a different studio now, but they're gonna take the feedback that they have been given from the first 3 games and compile it into one, and not going the entire Nintendo way off like, Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna make it better. We're just gonna make it how people think they remember it because of nostalgia, even if it's bad. That's what people want, right?
Looks at the entire Wii U library.
Looks at the entire Pokemon franchise in the last 15 years. But yeah, I think that's it. So for the next time, we're gonna be starting with Burial at Sea. And that's gonna be actually tomorrow at this time, because tomorrow's slot starts at like 8 o'clock.
Indeed.
And now we're gonna be handing it over to Brady. Are you ready to start, or?
I am. One moment. I should be streaming to Discord. Let me make sure all my stuff's set up. By the way, it's so stunning, like, listening to the Ender Lilies, I guess, opening theme over the Bioshock Infinite credits, because it fits surprisingly well. It's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna say bye-bye from my side, and then we're gonna raid Brady as soon as he is live. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you all so much. Take care now.